So when you do see these videos, do not take them with a grain of salt. Okay? People will start to realize that nothing is a coincidence very strongly in 2025. We start to realize that life is more than the physical. There's a real spiritual world that we are coexisting in and that we're a part of. Everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. Everything. So once we learn that, we'll stop fighting over who's right and who's wrong and who's this and who's... What if it's all real? What if everything that all of us believe are just real in the same time? Mermaids, vampires, fairies, they're all real. Our thoughts can also create entity. I think this is something crazy. I think our thoughts can create energies. Our thoughts are energies, because when we create these monsters and these creatures and these terrifying characters, why do they evoke such a strong emotion when they're not real? I do have some more research to do, but what I want to talk about is shifting your internal dialogue to change your outer reality. The things that you tell yourself in your mind has a lot to do how you perceive your reality and how much control you might have over your reality. Crazy. It's the reason why people say affirmations. They don't say it just to say it so their mind will believe it. You can shift things around you with your voice. I remember I made a live of me saying that I was saying I'm going where the money resides, and as I'm walking, some guy calls out to another guy and he's like, "Hey, yo, money." And I just said that affirmation on that same block repeatedly, just saying it in my head. And then boom, that happens. And then I end up finding money the same day, which is crazy, but that showed me that my thoughts and my inner dialogue is very important. And it also showed me that there's no coincidence in life, that everything happens non-coincident. Like everything serves a purpose, even death. Even death serves a purpose. It's not only physical death, but sometimes internal deaths, like the death of negative internal dialogue. It serves a purpose to show you where you need to improve in your life, what you subconscious fears that you have, some subconscious dialogues that people have caused you to implant in your own psyche and in your body and your mind. So that really taught me that absolutely nothing is a coincidence. So I go around in life, and when things happen and I see signs, I'm like, I don't really shrug them off, because I know that they're serving a purpose. And the fact that I was drawn to it is very, the real question is, why are we drawn to certain things? Why is it when you're walking down the street and then you have like this feeling, and then you turn and then you're like, oh my God, I was looking for something. I was looking for that. Or I was just thinking of that. Why is it that we have these pulls to certain things? You think it's a coincidence? You think you were wishing for... You think that you had that dream in your head since you were young, coincidentally? You think that it just was there because it ended up there? You think it's just something that was pushed onto you, or you just coincidentally thought that it was for you? I just feel like nothing is a coincidence. Even me talking right now, saying this, is not a coincidence. This very thought was implanted in my head, or this very belief was implanted in my soul, in my head, in my mind, my heart, for a reason. This video is not a coincidence. This is very intentional, and it's serving a purpose somewhere, somehow. I just don't know yet.